Oh, there's no ring light. 1 second. So I'm new to like this face care thing. So one of my issues is my pores. They have progressive fuck it. Damn. Oh, I didn't tell you. While I do this, I was going to tell you guys about a time that I dated this fuck boy that did me dirty, and I was super young. And actually, he was a fuck old man. I was 22, he was 41, and let's get into it, because you already know it's some bullshit about him.
I want your whole crew, not a fresh.
2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
They have gotten better, but that's something that I'm working on. I used to have like the redness, but I've been doing really good. I mean, of course, I've been touching my face. So the guy that I dated, he was 42. Actually, we both worked at Chili's. Exciting. Okay, so we met at Chili's, and he was like this like super handsome, like didn't look 40. Like, okay guys, that's cool and all, nobody gives a I'll do the cold mask because I just did that with warm water. So I'll go get the mask. Well, let me tell this part first. So he was so charming, he was so sweet. Mind you, I'm 22, so I'm kind of really young and dumb. And I was just so intrigued by this guy. He had like really long dreads and this like really nice brown complexion and was tall and like all this like good shit. Like he was literally the devil. Like literally. It was crazy. I fell for him. So he's like, me and my ex, we recently broke up. She blah, 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 blah. I blah, blah, blah. It's not going to work. She doesn't know how to treat me and talk to me and all this. And I'm like, I do. Mind you, I still had a little thang all the way in Maryland. So we literally are doing the same thing. But I was pissed. Okay? So we were hanging out. When I first went to this apartment, he had been trying to get me over forever. And I'm like, no, I don't get this. He was trying to get me over forever. And I'm like, absolutely not. Like, you're weird and I have a thing. But he didn't know that because I was a liar. Maybe I'm still a liar. I could be just a liar. Like, I don't know. Anyway, finally gets me over. He was all sweet and sensual, had food for us, some flowers. Mind you, I'm 22, so I'm already getting introduced to this, like, narcissist shit. Mind you, that's a whole nother story. So anyway, so I'm already like, wrapped up. As soon as I walk in, then he gives me like a massage and stuff. We don't have sex for a while, but we ended up doing that thing. Anyway. Alright, so before that mask, I'm actually going to do this hemp seed rose face mask. It's a revitalized, hydrate, tighten mask. Men always say at the restaurants, like, I ain't gonna say nothing, I ain't gonna tell nobody, and they be the first ones to let somebody know that they are smashing that. Like, they are the first ones, and you'll be like sitting there trying to make it a secret, and then you'll start to notice like everybody got them jokes. Like, work together a lot more, but we were just spending a lot of time together. One day, all of a sudden, now he's, more time. Now this woman, they were around the same age. They have been together for a while. Mind you, I'm young. I don't really know the significance of that or like how relationships really work or all that bullshit. I had no idea. So he's like, oh yeah, my daughters, all of a sudden he's like going back and forth to his hometown, like all of a sudden just making these trips. Now, I was never no dummy, okay? He was like, yeah, I'm going on all these trips. And at first, I was like, okay, dope. You need to get back good with your kids. Your kids almost my age. So, I mean, I'm just confused. And I wasn't far away, but he would stay over the weekend. And then this just started to pick up more and more. So, all of a sudden, but I didn't question it because then he told me that his daughter was coming into town and she wanted to stay Now, he had an apartment that was empty, mind you. He said it was his apartment. She wants to come and stay with her, with the ex, and she wants him to stay there with her. Your dad is telling everyone, supposedly, that he don't like the way this woman is treating him. Why you want him to... Why would you... Absolutely not. You don't dictate nothing, baby. But, so disgusting. Yeah, it just made no sense to me then. And now, I can just beat his ass. I'm trying to play my mama's daughter next. So, I'm just like, okay, well, stop it. Oh, wait. I'm actually going too far. Wait, there's more. We gotta rewind a little bit. His behavior did start to change, drastically. And shit is about to piss me off. And I can't even say we were just having sex because we were almost like in a full-blown relationship. We were like this. And so, one night we were in there. I finally came over. Mind you, I had a key. So, this is before. I wish I'd never went that far. So, anyway. So, at this point, I still have the key. Everything is still going good. I'm seeing a little bit less of him. So, one day we're in the apartment. And I don't think I saw him like the day, 2 days, or a day before. Which wasn't normal for us because we were together all the time. So, this time, like, he's a little weird when I'm with him. So we're laying down on the air mattress, and you're 42. I'm sorry, but, like, stop it. We're laying down on a little air mattress or whatever, and his phone's ringing. Now, usually his phone never rang, like, ever. Now, it's like being blown up. Okay? And now I wasn't dumb enough to know what was going on here. So I'm like, oh, absolutely not. So I even say to him, like, should I leave so you can handle that? And he's like, no, it's my cousin. Lied and everything. Like, it's my cousin. It's not even that deep. So we're sitting there trying to watch TV, trying to chill. So eventually, it stops. Eventually. I went and started just taking my shit because I knew in my gut that something wasn't right. Hold on, let me wash this off. I'm washing this with warm water. Okay, so I'm annoyed, start going into the other room, pack my stuff. I'm like, boy, absolutely not. He comes after me. It's actually frozen. We end up like in the hallway, and we're like, low-key arguing, but kind of like talking, it out, whatever. And I'm like, listen, I don't have time for this. Like, although I got a whole little thing going on in freaking Maryland. You're my sneaky link, and I'm so sorry. I hear the doorbell ring, right? Not only did the doorbell ring, the door starts to open. The door starts to like unlock. And I'm standing here like, what the holy freak is about to happen? And I see this hand come through. Oh, that's so cold. And unlocks and I didn't notice before this started to happen that he put the chain on the door, which he never did. And I see this hand come through as the door tries to open and tries to take the chain off the door. And I'm like, oh my God, nigga, we about to get robbed. What the hell? As he gets to the door, this lady popped the chain off the door. It was like literally like a movie. Like as soon as this feels so freaking good. Make sure the lashes aren't in there. As soon as he got to the door, she came like into the apartment, like literally, like simultaneously, and she's like pissed off. Like, she sees me standing there, and she goes off, she goes off, baby. She goes off. They're like wrestling and like tussling, and he's all like, oh, like don't like whatever. She was trying to get at me. Do you hear me? And he was like not trying to have it, trying to get some cool points. Absolutely not. You doing this lady dirty. And he eventually, like, gets her out the house. I don't know why she didn't try to come back in. I think maybe, like, he did get the key from her or something. Like, the key fell. Somehow, she wasn't able to come back in there. So, of course, he tries to get all up on me that night. And I'm like, no, all night. I'm just like, I can't even believe that what the hell I'm doing to him, he did back to me. Like, but, like, how the hell dare you? I mean, how? Oh, this needs to be frozen, too. Leaving it something else. But the whole time, I'm like, how the hell did she get a key to this place? I had a key. So I'm like, how did she get a key to your apartment? And y'all not together. It told me it was his. It's actually hers. She gave it to him. Like, gifted it to him or whatever, like. How you gift the damn apartment? And so, that's how she had the key. And that she was trying to get him back and trying to talk and trying to work it out and all this stuff. And he's just not having it. And he just don't like it. And he's just not happy. Oh, why? The daughter's coming in town now. And I'm sitting here like, okay, so where's she going to stay? So as time started to approach, he's telling me, no, she's not going to go there. I'm seeing you tonight, right? He like, yeah, you gonna see me. And he like, yeah, I can't wait to see you. We gotta talk about some stuff too. Like, oh, good shit. Like, I wanna see you. Stop playing with me. I don't want no problems. He's like, all right, whole time I got a whole nother nigga. In Maryland, I ain't shit. Nowhere. I started looking at the Victoria's Secret bag. Started thinking about going back and spending some more of my money. I just ain't shit. Now, it was a whole bunch of bad acts before Keisha Cole came on. Boy, like, where you at? Because I don't think I'm going to be here long, and I'm about to be on my whistle. First, he was responding in text, and he was like, yeah, babe, I'm here, but it wasn't like him. Calling, and he's not even responding. Now, this dude never did that. He never, ever, ever did that. Like, ever. But I didn't want to tell my friend, because she worked with us. I didn't want to tell her what I was going through because it was embarrassing as hell, but I did kind of let her know, like, bitch, we gonna have to cut this shit short. So I had it in the freezer, so I'm just gonna, and then I can go, shoot all the way over to the east side of Charlotte, to go and see what's up with Slim. Know what I'm saying? He's not, still not answering the phone the whole way there. I'm like, okay, please just be asleep. This feels so good. I then arrived to his house. Now, usually there are some lights on, and when his dog barks, I know he's in the house. Like, okay, like maybe he's sleeping. So I went to the window. Now, mind you, I'm drunk off of Amsterdam gin. I am lit, okay? I'm like, absolutely not. Knock, knock on the window. Who's that picking in my window? It's me. I come and shoot your ass, B. Now, while I'm knocking on this window and I hear this dog barking, it brings me back to standing in his hallway because the dog was barking as she's knocking and banging on the door and they're fighting. All I could think about was the fact that they could possibly be laying up in the same god freaking scenario that I was in, and I lost it. I went back to my car. I sat in the driver's seat. Everything. Mind you, on the way in, I passed the officer. That never used to bother me. Like, with the shits was my middle name back in the day. Okay, and it's not like it's like 1 a.m. It's like 9. So he don't answer the phone, and I look in the back seat at the Amsterdam bottle that my friend was actually supposed to take and didn't. I found good use for that Amsterdam bottle when I went and tagged that damn window with it and tried to climb my big thick ass up in the window, cut my whole hand open. I mean, cut it open and didn't care at all. Police officer was in eyesight. He saw me. No way he didn't, but he had to know I was a woman scorned. And I'm like, okay, if this glass dropped on his head, I would have heard, something. He ain't in there. John did all this for nothing. I ended up having to drive all the way home. I rode past the cop because people knew me over there, so they knew who it was, what was going on. They knew my car, they knew me, they knew everything. So, but we never had no volatile shit. So they're like, what the hell? So freaking, I drive back home. I can't sleep. I live with my mom. She knows none of this is going on. Like, my mom is in a peaceful sleep thinking that her daughter is making all the right decisions. Absolutely not. Okay, well, I'm going to kill this man. And so, I go kill him. No, I'm kidding. He had to be at work early in the morning because he was a prep guy. So I think he got there like 7:30. When I pulled up, I didn't see, now I had to work, I don't know if I had to work later that day, but I didn't have to go to work that early. And I waited for him at the job. I was up all night and I took a hammer. Now, I just so happened to get there too late, thank all of their gods, because something told me to go into like the little section where all the employees used to sit where the trash cans were and they used to smoke and stuff, to go in there, and there his big-headed ass was. And I knew he wasn't home because he didn't see his window. And he looked so scared when he saw me because I literally had a hammer. Like, I was so upset. Like, I want to fucking hurt you, bro. And so, like, you got me cheating on this dude? No, I'm just playing. So he ends up, like, trying to call me all that day. And I just was not having it. I didn't want to even talk. I didn't want to hear the lies. I'm like, no, I want to come to your house and, like, see what the fuck. I want to, like, know what the fuck is going on. Like, if you're not going to tell me that, don't tell me shit. Like, I just can't believe you even did this. At some point, like, over time, I ended up telling him, like, I was fucking, I shouldn't have fucked with you anyway. He actually was so hurt about that he called himself breaking up with me. Okay. So he like, yeah, so he broke up with me. And we like really had like a whole like breakup moment. And he's like, I can't believe you do this. Whole time he's like probably right now still back with this girl. Granted, it was 10 years ago. They're probably still, because they're in their 40s. So, you know, once you get there, like, you probably just stay together. Really, would still, like, after that, try and get back with me, try to talk to me. I'm like, we will never talk in life. Like, ever again. Boy, you don't stop nothing, boy. Body boy. Body boy. We ended up just not really ever speaking again. And he ruined my life. I mean, seriously, he really made me, like, really nervous to, like, really date anyone or trust anyone. So, that was just pretty much it, like, the whole story. He, yeah, we didn't speak. He's out of my life, been out of my life. But I just, like, really thought back to it. I'm like, wow, that's actually, like, a really freaking funny story. You know? Yeah. It was really crazy, but it was all really good, like, lessons in life. And you know, we always go through like these heartbreaks and stuff. In the moment, it's the worst shit ever, of course. But when you really think about it, it's really all good shit. That's why, you know, my mom always said, like, don't take these guys so serious in your 20s. She always said that. She's like, you cannot take them serious. Wow, this smells so good. I usually don't use perfume and stuff on my face, but we'll see. But she's like, yeah, do not take these guys serious. Like, you can't do that in your 20s. Like, you just never know. Get to know them, explore. People are still getting to know themselves. But he was 40. So one of my friends, a mutual friend of me and my first ex, told me, well, when we broke up and I was telling him all the things that, like, hurt me and that I didn't like, and the one thing he said was, well, now you know what you don't want in a relationship. And I was like, well, damn, you're absolutely right. Like, who said our fairy tale had to start and end when in our 20s, or when we, you know, first encounter someone that we may feel like we love? Like, most people in our lives are lessons, but we hold on to them and until, you know, after we've already learned or saw what we needed to see, or when that intuition spoke and we went with it, and then whatever position God wants us in, we don't realize that that's just it's temporary, it's for the moment, it's for that lesson, it's for that growth process, or it's the karma. I don't even know. But we gotta like learn to let go and let God for real. And that's not just on like bad things. That's with people too. Like let go and let God reposition this thing. Or position it. Or do what it is that he was trying to do. Or that was supposed to happen in the first place. Because when we get involved, then all that chaos happens. When really, I was probably being tested because I was with a really good guy in Maryland. And I met someone who on the outside physically looked so much better, and I got distracted and I had grass is greener syndrome and I fucked that money up. So that's really effed up, yeah. And actually next time I'll tell you that situation and how that ended up kicking me in the ass. That's my routine for today. My skin, it actually looks really freaking good. So that's just a little small story time, and tell me what you guys think about this story time. If you can relate, let me know. If you have any product suggestions, let me know. Okay? Yeah. So have a good rest of your life, guys. That's not a good thing to say. I will see you guys on the cold side of the pillow. No, that's not good either. When all else fails, look yourself in the mirror and say you're a bad bitch, and bitches couldn't be better if they fucking paid for it. Bye.